What's up, guys, in the works, and yes, we are playing some Black Ops 2 on the PC today. This is actually going to be two different games on one of my favorite maps, Raid. And Raid is a really good map. You know, it took a while to grow on me, but I think this is probably one of my favorites from the game. And I'm using a weapon that I'm not a huge fan of, the M27. And if you're a Battlefield 3 viewer, you may recognize the M27 from, you know, Battlefield 3 and the M27 IAR, which is a light machine gun in Battlefield 3. But in Black Ops 2, it is an assault rifle, and it fires slow, and it does not do a lot of damage. This is actually kind of a difficult weapon to use. One of the biggest advantages to using it, though, is the fact that it doesn't really have a whole lot of recoil. So it's a pretty good weapon in that respect. But a lot of you guys have been asking me several different questions about Black Ops 2, and I'm going to use this video to kind of answer a few of them. And the first being, why do I play on PC versus the Xbox? Now, I do have it on Xbox, and I have played 10 to 15 hours maybe on the Xbox. It's just a very miserable experience for me. I just did not have fun. The fact that I haven't really used a controller in a really long time made it difficult for me to be as good as I once was, and the fact that this is more difficult of a game than past Call of Duties. I find that you really have to be skilled to get going, and you really got to play in a party to be successful. So I play a lot on the PC. The PC doesn't have, you know, that input lag stuff, you know, lag compensation. That's the word I'm looking for. They don't have lag compensation because there are dedicated servers. Does that mean there's no lag in this game? No. There is some lag on the PC side of things, and you will see that in my second half of this video. I'll actually switch to a kill confirm game on the same map with the same setup. I just, you know, completely different game, just so there's no conspiracies out there, and you guys will see how laggy that game was, and you can kind of get an idea of, you know, PC does have its fair share of problems. So that's why I play on the PC. I just, you know, it's easier for me to kind of adjust to the controls. It's just easier for me to not rage at the freaking lag compensation. But, you know, it was the first time in several years that a Call of Duty developer had actually put a lot of resources towards the PC version, and it actually shows, because I think that, you know, I can say that it's a little bit better than the console version, but you know, it just runs a little bit smoother than past Call of Duties on the PC. So on that side of things, that's why I've been playing mostly on my PC account. There's nothing against Xbox, you know. In the past, that's all I ever played on. But, you know, just personal preference, just much easier for me to play on my PC. But a lot of you guys wonder, you know, why am I still playing this game? You know, a lot of people have already given up on it. A lot of people are like, just go back to Battlefield 3 only, you know, don't post Black Ops 2. And guys, this game is actually not that bad. It gets a pretty bad rap because, I mean, let's face it, it's Call of Duty. But you know, I ask you this: if this game came out before, let's say it came right after Modern Warfare 2, would this get the same kind of hate that it gets just because it is, like, what, the 9th Call of Duty game? Would it get the same hate that it gets, you know, throughout the community on Twitter and everybody just saying, oh, Black Ops 2 sucks, Black Ops 2 sucks? You know, I don't really know. I think that this is one of the better offerings we've gotten in a while, but are there problems in the game? Yeah, I mean, watch this kill cam right there. I got 3 hit markers on that guy. Watch this crap. I don't even know what to say right there. He didn't even, like, he outlined my body with a submachine gun silenced from that far away while I'm sitting here with an assault rifle trying to take him down. So there are some discrepancies in, you know, some of the hit detection, some of the weapons being a little bit unbalanced, and, you know, that's frustrating, especially if you want to use weapons like the M27, which fires a slower, you know, it's just a slower firing weapon, and it's really hard to compete against SMGs that shoot at the speed of light. So I think that's what gets on a lot of people's nerves. I think that's why they get a little bit frustrated with the game. But, you know, as a general rule, I have fun for the most part playing Black Ops. Is it the best game I ever played? No. Is it the best Call of Duty I've played in a while? Probably. You know, Modern Warfare 3 was probably one of the worst Call of Duties ever, and I thought that was an enemy because I couldn't see his name. Modern Warfare 3 was probably one of the worst Call of Duties I played. Let's face it, that was not a very fun time. I did not enjoy that game whatsoever. There was really little to no innovation in it than the fact that they introduced that specialist and the support kill streaks. I mean, gosh, that was just, I don't even get me started on that. I mean, rewarding people for going 19 and 20 was probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in a video game, and it made it a really painful experience. Well, I feel like they removed a lot of that in Black Ops 2. I feel like there's not a lot of, like, BS and not a lot of things that make me rage. I mean, sure, the target finder is pretty cheap. And, oh, here's an example of the lag right here. It looks like I'm missing that guy. Totally no. I actually recorded this in theater mode, and that's where I was actually shooting. So you can see the differences between where the game thinks I'm aiming and where he's actually at. Now, watch this right here. That was pretty embarrassing. And if you go back, you know, I have the live recording and I have the theater mode recording, and I watched both of them. I was like, man, I didn't do that in my recording. I don't know if that's, like, you know, just showing how bad it's lagging, but it's kind of frustrating sometimes. Even on these dedicated servers, this game has a lot of weird registration issues. There's a lot of like, it looks like it's like server side issues. And, you know, I saw an interesting thing talking about the Black Ops 2 camera being the problem with this game. You know, the camera is actually off center. It's not actually on the target you're trying to hit. So that could be one of the reasons why this game seems to have lag compensation when really it's a broken camera. And if you don't know what I mean by that, it means that the thing that you're actually looking through is actually your face. You don't actually fire bullets from the gun, you fire from your forehead. So some people are saying that the camera actually has a sort of lag as you go around objects, that it can't seem to catch up, and that kind of paints this fake quote lag compensation, and that's why it seems like even though you're host, you're still kind of lagging. So I'm interested to see if that's actually the case. I know there's a really big patch coming up. We've got some DLC coming up. I will probably get the DLC. I know a lot of people are like, no, Jake, don't do it, but you know, I enjoy playing this game from time to time. I don't play it a ton. I would say I play about 2-3 hours a week tops, and that's on a good week. But for the most part, when I got some downtime and I just feel like killing things and not really putting much thought into my video game process. But I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people say it is. I think people are just tired of Call of Duty as a whole, but like I said, it's a good time filler. So hopefully this answered some questions. Hopefully you guys can learn to not hate on these videos. I just like making videos that I enjoy, of games that I'm playing at the time being, and this just happens to be a game that, I play from time to time. So I like to share that with you guys. But if you missed my other videos, here's a chance to catch up, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.